Hey YouTube, welcome to Koala Gardens. Have I got a treat for you today? I've got some video that I took over a few different days, and look at that. That is Ellie's Joey. You are going to get some treat views of this beauty and some fun Pearl and Hope activity as well. I thought I'd mix up the two mums because they were both around quite near to each other on these few days. Make sure you stick around to the end to see the way Hope falls asleep. It's hilarious. And I'm so excited. Woo! I have got two new patrons to give a huge shout out and thanks to. The first one, Annette Rogers. I appreciate your beautiful support so much, taking the Adoption Plus package. And Hovey, fantastic to have so many European patrons. You are the best. Most of the time I see Ellie, she's really high up in the canopy and it can be very hard to get video of her. So we've got a real treat today in what we're going to see. Pearl is often high up in the canopy, but more often I can get clear views through to actually see some of the detail of her. And I'd like to acknowledge the Widjabul people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I live, work and play. I'm Katrina and I'm passionate about saving koalas. Because this has taken over a few different days, Pearl and Hope and Ellie and her Joey are moving about and are in different trees each time. I just love how we can see here that Hope is becoming more and more independent. And if you have a bit of a look at just that size comparison here of Hope to Pearl, that's something you want to keep in mind when we see Ellie and her Joey. I'm really excited to report that I'm about 3/4 of the way to having enough money for this new camera equipment that I'm looking to get. So if you want to be a part of that, there's a super thanks button below. Even just $2 is going to make a difference in getting me to that goal for even better video. Now look really closely here. If you just look below Ellie's chin, whoop, did you see that little head shaking, bobbing up and down? That's Joey sitting in Ellie's lap, and obviously Ellie is trying to say, will you go to sleep? I'm tired. I don't want to play. And Joey saying, well, but really, we could do some fun things, Mum. We could. But I don't think Ellie is having a bar of it. In typical mum style, she's going, if I just hold this baby quite tight, keep it still, keep it quiet, keep it dark, surely this one will go back to sleep. And you know what? There is nothing worse than trying to get a little one off to sleep when you suddenly get an itch and you just have to abandon the whole thing for a scratch. I came around on another angle to try and get a clearer view through, and you can see Joey's bottom sitting underneath Ellie's leg there. And I think that, oh no, look, Joey's just cuddled right up in. And now from here, you wouldn't even know there's a Joey in her lap. I popped around to another area not too far away, and there's little Hope sitting in a tree having a good scratch. More and more often now when I come along and I see Hope, Hope is sitting in quite separate branches from Pearl. more and more independent by the day. Did you notice how much smaller Ellie's Joey is? When you look at this photo now, and again you can just see Joey's bottom there, Joey is quite a lot smaller than Hope. And here's some perspective. That's how high up they are in the tree as I am videoing them together for you. Looks like Ellie is giving Joey's face a bit of a wash there. You know what? I don't think it matters what species any young one is. They hate having their face cleaned. Every single one of them. I've moved around again on a bit of an angle. You can really see Joey's bottom there now. And Ellie is quite determined that you are going to have a clean face before you get off to sleep. Sometimes I have to just persistently film, and then sometimes it pays off. Here you go. We can finally see Joey's little face. Not enough. I'd love to see more and more, but there is that gorgeous Joey of Ellie's. I can't wait for November, to be honest, because I just get this feeling that in November I'm going to get some huge amounts of great footage. Yeah, maybe not quite big enough to really be riding on Mum's back just yet. Better to be in Mum's lap. And then Ellie started climbing down and I moved around and I thought, oh great, I'm going to get some really good video. No, back to sleep in a new spot. The next day they were in a different tree and we can actually see quite a bit of Joey this time. Again, you can see that size difference between Ellie's Joey and Hope. We haven't named this Joey yet. We've decided that we're going to wait until we know for sure if we've got a boy or a girl, and then we'll get stuck into the whole naming thing. I love how koala mums sit in the trees when their Joeys are this age. They kind of turn their body into like a little cradle and they hold on really well, making this shape that Joey can just curl up in on their lap and be quite safe. You can see that they're both really comfortable with this sleeping position. So Joey is getting quite used to being out of the pouch. And then all of a sudden, without any warning, this breeze came up and the branches started moving about. I decided not to zoom the camera out, but just to give you that sense here of how much movement is happening. And in typical koala fashion, They're really taking no notice at all. It's like rockabye baby sleeping away through the breezes. And here they come back to the centre of the camera again. Not for long though. It has become quite breezy, but it's what we call gusts of wind. So when they stop, the branches become very still again, and then without warning, whoosh, another one comes along. And joeys have to learn to sleep and yet be vigilant all the time, because just watch this. No warning, Mum gets an itch and she just starts scratching, and poor old Joey kind of cops a little bit of the scratching in the head, and Joey just holds on, waits for it to finish and goes back to sleep. Oh, those legs must get stiff. You know, sometimes it makes my legs and hip ache watching them. Ellie's Joey has been learning some really valuable lessons today about how to cope in the wind and developing a sense of balance and muscles, being high up in the treetops in all conditions. What a great mum Ellie is. Now get ready for a laugh. Pearl was feeding milk to Hope. You remember the pouch is at the lower part of a koala's belly and points downward. So Hope had been reaching in and drinking milk from the teat and has fallen asleep. And not only has Hope fallen asleep while having this drink of milk, but they are both completely relaxed and comfortable. Now, to show you that they really are relaxed and comfortable, I moved right around to another position and neither of them moved at all. Hope just kind of turned her head a bit to watch me. This is one of the funniest things I have ever seen. How hilarious is that? for a way to sleep. And then I came back around to try one more little clip of Ellie and Joey to finish off for the day. And you know what? You've done it. You've made it to the end of another Koala Gardens video. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to smash that like button. And would you write in the comments below, koala mums are the best. Thanks for watching. Lots more. You know, when you need the perfect gift, you can head to Redbubble and check out my store there. I have got so many different designs available on so many different types of merchandise. I can guarantee there's something that will meet your needs. Check it out.